This was the first in a series of written articles by Dean Vipont. Check us out at deanvipont.com. Our gears. People telling me about stuff that triggers them seems to be getting worse, both in frequency and level. Whether it is worthy for historical comparison is open for wild debate, but MallowPuffs are just not what they once were. And today we don't don any armour to battle rabbit's ears atop monolithic screens in the corner of the living room. Contextually, of course, comparisons are tricky and could have us ranting here till Christmas. But what are the top 3 things in our everyday life today which upset us the most? Number 1, bad driving. More specifically, slow drivers, or more accurate again, those old mates having gained their driver licenses on the moon and now navigating or trundling these huge white crypts on wheels through craters all the way to the horizon. Number 2, customer service, or more precisely, crap customer service, or more accurately, banks and insurance companies' phone support. Thank you for your call. It's important to us. I'm Jane, your helpful chatbot. For best directing your query, please say clearly the nature of your call by using one of the following phrases, blah, blah, or you are next in line. Your call is so important to us, we'll record it for training purposes. Number 3, mainstream media, or more specifically, the dreary and triggering 6 o'clock news. Hordes now admit they find the news so bad they've given it away, while others suffer the start in case the sky really is falling, though yielding immediately to Christopher Luxon has or business confidence sits. Coming in as mentionable 4th place is tech frustration. Software updates, printers that don't, things that once worked now not, and of course, bouncing back to 2, not just poor, but negative help on real problems. We get pissed off about lots of other stuff too, so what's the point here? Well, there are simple and clean explanations, one by design to deliberately disrupt us, for which understanding can help in our everyday lives. We go into more detail on our YouTube channel, #NoHooks, #KeepItReal, but it has heaps to do with our reactions and responses of and to being triggered, which distress us even more. Put simply, here is why we get distressed in the first place. In our distant past, we learned, like all other animals on the planet, being negative was critical to survive. This was our first line of defense in managing physical risks, in a world where we hung out, mostly chased around by things that wanted to eat us, like cave bears and saber-toothed tigers. Our immediate subconscious responses to all environmental events or inputs have us immediately gravitating to negative. That's how nature works. But this is not how our daily lives work today. Our subconscious, though, finds it tough to see a difference from a life-threatening flesh-eating spider to that of a computer error. We respond to far too many inputs as being of a physical risk in nature and lean on either fighting, freezing, or flighting, our first-line responders, unless we tell and train ourselves that things are actually okay in a physical sense. There is a bit more. Hesitate and sometimes refuse to use our social skills in a space for which helps us recategorize these life-threatening risks. As such, something as simple as shrugging off those triggering news items as nothing worthy of our time can do the trick. Instead, though, many of us end up yelling and cursing at the phone or TV, in which raises our adrenaline levels and other subconscious responses into a vicious cycle. We should, however, learn to let the first emergency crews, sirens already screaming, lights blazing, leaving the station, know that they can stand down. Problem is, not everyone wants us to do this. Partners in arguments, violent offenders, school children, and parents at weekend sports, and many modern media news platforms would rather have us in our physical response mode, or as we like to refer it, at the top of our resilience pyramid. Why would they do this? Because at that state, at the top of the pyramid, we are likely to pay more attention, remember things for longer, and think of things being truer. This is true. Once we learn this, these deliberate efforts are easy to spot, and then we can move down our pyramid, or lower the water level, back down our pyramid into social mode. Think about that. We stop, think, We drop, pause, and roll with the punches using our social skills. Think of your conscious self as sitting in a boat above the waterline, and your subconscious self, your sub, is below the waterline. We lower our water level to use our awesome social skills lurking in the depths, but only on those matters we choose to have sit in our wheelhouse, being those things we decide we need to take care of. And here's the gravy stroke. Our social skills are the single most important trait we humans developed to survive as a species, developed at its core hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years ago. Disastrously, it would seem it's only in the last few generations this trait is becoming regarded less important, often in the name of efficiency and profitability. Just consider how many shoppers in a busy shopping mall make eye contact with you while on their devices, when texting and only raising heads to avoid accidents with others, mostly doing the same thing. Our social skills, as simple as listening or shaking one's head, separate us from all other species on the planet, and which are likely to rest at the feet of the gritty, determined survivors of the last global cataclysm. That is, you and me. Let's use our social skills as often as we can.